How to fix Battlefield 1 kicked from match and low FPS. BIOS, drivers, dedicated GPU. Welcome back to Tenabalta. Today, we delve deep into a critical issue plaguing many Battlefield 1 players, particularly those running modern, high-performance systems like the Ryzen 7 7500X3D and high-end AMD Radeon graphics cards, experiencing persistent, kicked-from-match errors and inexplicably low frame rates. This guide will provide a professional, deep-dive exploration into the complex interplay between your system's BIOS, driver architecture, and critical dedicated GPU configuration, offering precise solutions to restore stable, high-performance gameplay. We understand the frustration of investing in premium hardware only to be thwarted by stability and performance bottlenecks, which often stem from overlooked software and firmware optimizations. This comprehensive technical guide aims to systematically address these challenges, ensuring your system performs as intended and delivers the immersive Battlefield 1 experience you expect. 1. Update motherboard chipset drivers. Begin by visiting your motherboard manufacturer's official website, specifically for your colorful BattleAX B650M Plus Wi-Fi V15, and download the absolute latest chipset drivers. These drivers are fundamental for optimal communication between your CPU, GPU, and other system components, critically influencing overall system stability and performance. Outdated chipset drivers can lead to communication bottlenecks, system instability, and unexpected errors, including game disconnections. 2. Update motherboard network drivers. From the same official motherboard support page, ensure your Ethernet and Wi-Fi drivers are fully updated. Network driver integrity is paramount for stable online gameplay. Outdated or corrupted drivers can cause packet loss, high latency, and frequent disconnections from game servers, manifesting as kicked-from-match errors. A stable network connection is non-negotiable for a seamless online gaming experience. 3. Perform a clean AMD GPU driver installation using the. For your AMD Radeon RX series graphics card, perform a meticulous clean driver installation using Display Driver Uninstaller, in Windows Safe Mode. This process completely removes all remnants of previous drivers, preventing conflicts and corruption that frequently cause low FPS, stuttering, and game crashes. Reinstall the latest recommended driver directly from AMD's official website for optimal performance and stability. 4. Update BIOS to the latest stable version. Access your motherboard's support page and update your BIOS to the absolute latest stable version, potentially requiring a step-by-step update path if your current version is significantly older. A current BIOS improves hardware compatibility, system stability, and often unlocks performance enhancements, as demonstrated by the user's significant FPS gains after this crucial update. Always follow the manufacturer's specific BIOS update instructions carefully. 5. Reset BIOS settings to default. Following any significant BIOS update, it is best practice to reset all BIOS settings to their factory defaults. This action clears any potentially conflicting custom configurations that might have carried over or become incompatible with the new BIOS version. After resetting, proceed to reconfigure essential settings. 6. Enable XMP/dock for memory performance in BIOS. Re-enter your BIOS after resetting defaults and enable XMP Extreme Memory Profile or dock DRAM Overclocking Profile to activate your RAM's rated speed. Running memory at its base frequency significantly bottlenecks your CPU and GPU, leading to lower frame rates and system stutter, particularly in CPU-intensive games like Battlefield 1. This is a critical step for maximizing system performance. 7. Enable AMD Smart Access Memory, SAM/resize bar in BIOS. For your AMD system, ensure AMD Smart Access Memory, SAM, also known as resize BAR, is enabled within your BIOS settings. This technology allows the CPU to directly access the GPU's entire video memory, potentially yielding significant performance improvements in supported titles like Battlefield 1. Confirm your motherboard and GPU drivers both support this feature for activation. 8. Verify Battlefield 1 game files integrity. Utilize the game launcher, Steam, or EA app to verify the integrity of your Battlefield 1 game files. Corrupted or missing game files can lead to crashes, freezes, and server disconnections, as the game fails to load essential assets or execute code correctly. This quick diagnostic step can resolve many in-game stability issues. 9. Manually select dedicated GPU in Windows graphics settings. A critical solution for low FPS involves explicitly assigning your dedicated AMD Radeon GPU for Battlefield 1 within Windows graphics settings. Navigate to Display Settings, then Graphics, add Battlefield 1, and set it to High Performance. This prevents the system from defaulting to an integrated GPU if present in your CPU or inconsistently switching between GPUs, which directly causes severe frame rate drops and stuttering. 10. Optimize AMD Adrenalin software settings. Dive into your AMD Adrenalin software and apply recommended optimizations for gaming. Key settings include enabling Radeon anti-lag, Radeon boost, and image sharpening, while also adjusting texture, filtering quality, and anti-aliasing to balance performance and visual fidelity. Experiment with these settings to find the sweet spot for Battlefield 1, aiming for both high FPS and visual clarity. 11. Troubleshoot network connectivity and ISP issues. If consistently kicked from matches, meticulously troubleshoot your network. Restart your modem and router, and consider directly connecting via Ethernet. If problems persist, contact your Internet Service Provider, ISP, particularly if you suspect issues like those reported with specific providers regarding EA game servers, and inquire about connectivity optimization for gaming. 12. Disable antivirus or add game/EA app exceptions. Temporarily disable your antivirus software or add explicit exceptions for the Battlefield 1 executable and the EA app. Antivirus programs can sometimes interfere with game processes, anti-cheat mechanisms, or network connections, leading to game crashes or server disconnections. If disabling resolves the issue, configure persistent exclusions. 13. Clear EA app cache and repair installation. Open the EA app settings, clear its cache, and then use the repair option for Battlefield 1. Accumulated cache data or minor corruptions within the EA app can lead to launch issues, server connection problems, and in-game errors that negatively impact stability. A fresh cache ensures the launcher operates optimally. 14. Manage in-game overlays and background applications. Disable unnecessary in-game overlays from platforms like Steam, Discord, Xbox Game Bar, and AMD Adrenalin for Battlefield 1. Overlays consume system resources and can occasionally introduce instability, leading to FPS drops or conflicts that result in game crashes. Similarly, close any non-essential background applications before launching the game. 15. Configure Windows Power Plan to high performance. Ensure your Windows Power Plan is set to high performance rather than balanced or power saver. This guarantees your CPU and GPU consistently operate at their maximum clock speeds without throttling, preventing performance dips that manifest as low FPS during intense gameplay moments. Access this through Control Panel, then Power Options. 16. Monitor system temperatures and usage. Utilize monitoring software like HYNFO or MSI Afterburner to keep an eye on your CPU and GPU temperatures and usage while gaming. Overheating components will throttle their performance to prevent damage, causing significant FPS drops and potential system instability. High usage coupled with low FPS can indicate a bottleneck or driver issue. 17. Disable unnecessary Windows gaming optimizations. While Windows Game Mode is generally beneficial, some of its associated optimizations, like captures or background recording, can sometimes interfere with game performance or stability. Access Windows settings, then gaming and disable any features you don't actively use, ensuring they don't consume resources or cause conflicts. 18. Check for conflicting software and services. Review your installed applications and running services for any known conflicts with Battlefield 1 or the EA app. Third-party software, especially those that alter system performance, network behavior, or provide overlays, can inadvertently cause instability or disconnections. Identify and temporarily disable suspect applications for testing. 19. Adjust in-game graphics settings for stability. Even with a powerful system, certain ultra-high graphics settings, particularly resolution scale, anti-aliasing, or post-processing effects, can occasionally trigger instability or unusual performance dips in specific game engines. Experiment by slightly reducing demanding settings, especially those tied to GPU memory, to ascertain if a particular setting is the root cause of the issue. By systematically addressing these critical areas, from fundamental BIOS configurations and driver integrity to dedicated GPU assignment and network optimization, you should resolve the persistent, kicked-from-match errors and achieve the high, stable frame rates your hardware is designed to deliver in Battlefield 1. Don't forget to follow Tenabalta for more in-depth technical guides and solutions.